Hey guys, T Kearney here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about looking back on your achievements or looking back on the previous year. So let's take 2013 for example here. One of the things I went into 2013 wanting to do was just kind of push myself almost to my limits, if you like, to kind of see how far I can go and see how much you can take on and see how much you can achieve. So one of the big things in that was I decided I was going to do an ultra marathon. Now the ultra marathon was 40 miles, 65 kilometers, and I had never done anything like this before. But I kind of didn't really give it too big a goal, if you like. I knew it was out there, I knew it was a big thing, and I knew I wanted to do it. But what happened was I kind of didn't really give it much, I suppose, credit at all, building up to it, that it was such an enormous thing. Went up to it, winged it, got through it, completed the ultra marathon, and that was massive. But then I never gave myself any credit after that for it. I was like, yeah, I ran an ultra marathon. Yeah. Sure, everybody does those these days. And like, it's that pattern of that's what I've been doing for, my entire life up to this point. And that I'm learning that we all need to give ourselves credit for what we've actually done this year. And that for some of us, that's a difficult thing to do because we're not used to doing it. And that was one of the things that I found this year, was that just getting used to actually giving myself some credit. Instead of looking at it and kind of going like, well, I want to earn X amount of money and I'm not earning X amount of money. That's just one tiny metric that you can use for that year or for this time or for whatever it is you want to measure. But that, for me, looking back at 2013 now, I ran an ultra marathon. That was something that I thought was impossible and was for crazy people. And maybe it still is for crazy people, but I ran 40 miles. This isn't a friend of mine, this isn't somebody else that I know and it's a great feat for somebody else. I did this. I ran 40 miles. And I'm proud of that. And that since I did that, what that has done for me is that has opened up possibilities of, if there's one thing that you didn't think you could do and you achieve it, what does that say about the standards or the ideas that you have about the rest of your life? Like your love life, your financial life, your friends, career, whatever it is, any of these things, that it can get a little bit uncomfortable then, because suddenly you're not sure of the beliefs that you had, which ones are true and which ones aren't. So yeah, there was kind of a couple of things for 2013 for me that I just want to give myself a little bit of credit for. First one was running an ultra marathon. Okay, big up to me, pat on the back, and I'm really proud of that. The second thing was shutting down a business. I had a lot of fears and worries about that, of what people would think of me and failing in business and all this sort of stuff. But then I got to a point where I also realised that I have to give myself credit for, I realised that my heart wasn't in that. And instead of dragging that process out longer, I took action and I closed that down. And since then, I feel so much happier that there was something there. I tried it, I thought it was a good idea, I got in there, and then I realised it wasn't what I thought it was. And that's okay. So then at that stage I shut it down, and I was happier after I shut it down. Because essentially, if you realise there's something there and you have to do it, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, just do it. Okay? You know what you have to do. Most of us know what we have to do. And just go and do those things, And that the only thing that's stopping you from doing those things is that conversation you're having in your head with yourself. The other thing that I wanted to give myself a little bit of credit for this year was that I've invested an awful lot of money in myself, in my education, in learning new things. And that it's more money than I've ever spent on myself in my life before, invested in myself, and that I can't wait to see what 2014 brings, because I know the more that I invest in myself, the farther along I move, the quicker I move, and the happier I am, essentially. Granted, it doesn't have to be earth-shattering thing every week, but it's just that thing of, I know that if I keep moving, I keep reading the right books, keep going to the right seminars, keep meeting the right people, I get where I want to go, and I'll help an awful lot of people to get where they want to go. And the other thing is that, like, I'm the happiest now than I've been in a long time. And I need to give myself credit for that, because essentially if I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, what more could you want out of life? I'm here to see what life will throw at me in 2014. If 2013 is anything to go by, 2014 is going to bring its challenges, and I'm looking forward to meeting them and figuring out ways to learn from them, make mistakes, learn from those, and just move along. So that's it for today, guys. Just give yourselves a bit of credit and realise, start writing down those things that you're actually doing, steps that you're taking towards whatever it is that you want. And they don't have to be enormous things, they can just be little things that you're doing, because each one of those is progress, and once you can see progress, you'll be much happier in yourself. So that's it, guys. Talk to you soon.